This episode has something that I want you to remember in these times of uncertainty, particularly in business, leadership, and life. So rising costs of living, wars, etc., etc. I'm Suzanne Rath, and you're listening to Endures for your daily dose of endurance, leadership, and life lessons. So 2 weeks ago, I was still running my 270k run on trail from Sydney to Newcastle. And I've promised you some of the reflection pieces that relate to our lives and our leadership from that. And just this morning, I was thinking about the massive highs and the massive lows. So on day 3, I woke up and I honestly took about 10 minutes to walk to the toilet in the campsite. I'd had about 3 hours sleep. I had shooting 10 out of 10 pain along my foot. I couldn't bend my foot in either direction. And I honestly thought I was done. I taped it up, I did some compression, I did lots of things that my physio background allows me to do, which was a privilege, and somehow I got going. And then on day 4, after about 45 minutes sleep, day 4 was never really meant to happen. I was really hoping to be finished in the sort of early hours of that Tuesday morning. And yet I started day 4 with 41 kilometers still to go. And I was lying in bed and I thought, I'm going to wake up and get up and have the same ankle pain. I'm so exhausted. I can't stop coughing. I'd gone into the run with a head cold, so it wasn't exactly ideal. And I thought, no, I'm just not going to be able to do this. And then I got up and it wasn't that bad. And I did my little treatments, had quick breakfast, and we started running. And it was incredible because I went through these peaks of just not being able to run, thinking I couldn't go on, to literally getting back up and running, right? And it reminded me of this thing in business and in life, right? We have survived 100% of what has been thrown at us so far. So no matter what you've gone through, no matter who you are, no matter whether you're a business owner or an employee, or you're currently not working, or you're a leader working for someone else, you've survived everything that's happened. So most people listening to this have definitely survived COVID and, probably survived other financial crises. I left Ireland when Ireland was in the middle of a financial crisis and, listened to people coming into me every day as patients who, sons, daughters themselves, they'd taken out 40-year mortgages on these houses that had now devalued to about 1/3 of the cost. Just constant tales of woe. But the thing is, that all picked up again, and these houses are now extremely expensive again in Dublin and so on. And we've all survived. If you're listening to this, you've survived. And so what I want to leave you with today, for anything that you're worried about in your life, is that we can actually achieve so much more than we ever think that we can. And if we look back and start to list our wins and list the things that we have actually achieved within our lives, I know that I have gone from moving across countries, surviving a life-changing accident, doing these insane endurance events, and every single little thing is just building our resilience a little bit more. Now, we do need to be kind to ourselves, but we do need to celebrate how far we've come and know that whatever's thrown at us, that if we just take things step by step, have a look at what our vision is, where we need to go, and really just break the steps that we need to take down into, eating the elephant sandwich, right? For me, on that last day in the run, I had my husband stop about every 4 or 5 Ks. So he was providing the aid stations. We were coming in towards Newcastle, so we had more opportunity than we'd had before to have car access. And I knew that I just needed to get another 4 to 5Ks to see him. And it just broke it down and made it so much more manageable. So if you're listening to this and you're feeling really overwhelmed by things that are happening in the world, by things that are happening in your life, by things that are happening in your business, just see how you can break things down into those tiny little steps. And again, reminding yourself you've survived everything so far. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow for more from Endures.